So like I said, we following these other nations. It's very, very aggravating, man, to see it. And our people don't learn at all because they will not read, will not study history. Pick that up where we was at.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 4. For they will turn away your son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahuwah be kindled against you, and destroy you suddenly.
Go ahead.
But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For you are a set apart people unto the Most High your God. Yahuwah has chosen you to be a special people unto himself.
So he has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. This is a separation right here. This is the Most High. Now, a lot of people would like to say, well, God loves everybody and everybody's equal. This American system teaches us that every man, all men are created equal, but yet you got your foot on our neck. Yet we on the bottom of everything.
And how in the world can we be equal? Where's the mathematics and equality and what they talking about? When it came down to taxes back in the days, you was 3/5 of a human being. How can you be equal being 3/5 of a human?
Exactly. So just like they made their separation and they put us on the bottom, the Most High letting you know right here that I'm making a difference between y'all and the people. I'm bringing y'all to myself. I'm separating y'all. Read.
For you are a set apart people unto the Most High your God. The Most High has chosen you to be a special people unto himself above all people.
Above who?
Above all people.
So the Most High, again, just like we said, he has made a separation himself. He has separated us from the other nations. So guess what happens when somebody shows favoritism? Envy comes upon you. We're going to show this right quick. So it's just like, say for instance, you got a teacher and she picks a student. It's the so-called teacher's pet. Guess what happens? All of the rest of the students start to dislike that student. We're going to show you this in Scripture. Go to Genesis 37. So if you ever wonder why people who don't know you from a can of paint, but they're a different so-called race, why they despise you and you thinking it's for nothing, it's a reason for it. Because these people know. Even if they don't directly know, their parents have indirectly taught them this madness. Genesis 37 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 37 and verse 1. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
So Joseph was what we would call a snitch. He was telling on his brothers, basically. So this part right here don't help him, that he's being a goody two-shoes and telling on them. Go ahead.
Now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children.
He treated him equal.
Now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children.
So we see right here that our forefather loved Joseph more than he loved the rest of his children. That's favoritism. That's a separation. Read.
Because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
This coat represents royalty. Read on.
And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren,
what did they do?
They hated him.
They hated him. This Right here is the perfect example of why the rest of the nations hate you and despise you, because you were chosen by the Most High and set apart from the rest of the nations.
Indeed.
This is why. So next time you get this little bit of hate from somebody and you wonder why, dang, go back to Genesis 37, Deuteronomy 7 and 6, and you got it. Let's get back on the track. Let's go to Exodus 11 and 6. Exodus 11 and 6. Now you will have some people that'll say, you know, the Egyptology cats, we the same people. We the same people. Y'all letting that white man book trick y'all and deceive y'all and got you hating your brother. That's what they saying. This is running rampant right now in Israel. A lot of our people falling off to this madness. But let's go. Exodus 11 and 6.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 6. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more.
Why did Horus and them do something about this? Horus and Isis and all the rest. Why didn't they do something about this and stop this? You know what I'm saying? The Most High about to come through and tear them up. They said, them guys should have done something.
And bring judgment on all they gods, like he said, man.
Read on.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
A dog better not speak against the children of Israel when we in good standing. Read.
Against man or beast, that you may know that the Most High has put a difference.
Put what?
The Most High has put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Most High has put a difference between you and the Egyptians. Tell them to read this. Tell them to read this right here. It's a difference. The Most High separated them. He's a separatist. I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna like it and come up with all types of madness, but we reading it directly out the script.
But wait a minute. The Egyptians was woolly-haired, dark-skinned people, too.
He still separated us because we ain't the same. We not the same. We don't worship eagle head gods and dog head gods and all of this madness.
Gods and all that madness.
It even make no sense.
I want the book of the dead.
Right, the book of the dead
We want the book of life.
makes no sense. Get Genesis 25 and 20. Genesis 25 and verse 20.
Genesis 25 and verse 20.
Matter of fact, start at 21.
Verse 21. And Isaac entreated Yahuwah for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahuwah was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
So they couldn't have a baby right here. So the Isaac basically is asking the Most High, or begging the Most High, that his wife conceive a child. Read on.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Most High. And Yahuwah said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. So it's 2 different races or different kind of people that she's having. Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated.
Shall be what?
Shall be separated.
So even these twins who born to the same mother and the same father are going to be separated. You can't tell me the Most High not a separatist. Right here, these 2 babies got the same mother and the same father, and he is doing what?
2 manner of people shall be separated from your bowels.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. This is Jacob and Esau. If y'all know the story, then you know that Jacob is our forefather and Esau is the wicked man. We won't even go into who he is and none of that, because we know y'all act a fool about it. So that's for another topic. Let's go to Leviticus 20. Let's go to Leviticus 20 and 22.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 22. You shall therefore keep all my statutes and my judgments and do them, that the land where I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out.
Read on.
And you shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
Do what?
And you shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
So you shall not walk in the manner of the nations. Be separated. Don't do what they do. This is what he's basically saying. Read.
Which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
He do what?
I abhorred them.
He abhorred them, hate them, loathe them. Put the word in what you want. Read.
But I have said to you, you shall inherit their land, and I will give it to you to possess it, a land that flows with milk and honey. I am Yahuwah your power, which have separated you.
Which have did what?
Which have separated you.
Which have separated you. Read on.
From other people.
From the other people. This is crystal clear. The Most High does not want you messing with the other nations. They have sinister plans against you. That's why they're all set up around you. Ask yourself, no matter where you are in the world, how do these other nations find you and set up shop around you? How do the Chinese come over here and open up nail shops and hair shops, and beauty supplies, and that abominable Chinese food, and sell you sweet and sour chihuahua? This is an abomination.
The sweet and sour chicken ain't real.
Absolutely not. It's too much evident. They showing you these people is cooking dogs, rats. It's all over the place. How do they do this? They know exactly where you are. Everywhere we go, they show up. Not only them, the African people show up. They're going to put this other stuff in your head and pull all your hair out. So you got to keep getting a weave. So he told us to separate from the other nations. Again, these people know exactly who you are, and they came to make merchandise of you. Read on.
You shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean. And you shall not make your souls abominable by beast or by fowl or by any manner of living thing that creeps on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean.
So right here, he's letting us know these same things we just talking about, sweet and sour chihuahua and all of this garbage he got us eating. He's letting you know it's a difference. He even separated the animals. The Most High even did this with them. So he's letting us know we not to do none of this stuff. We don't mess with these other nations. We don't hate them or none of that stuff like that, because that's not what he commanded. He says, vengeance is mine. So he's going to take care of them. Read.
Verse 26. And you shall be set apart unto me, for I, Yahuwah, am set apart, and have severed you from other people.
Severed you from other people. Cut you off from the other people. Read.
That you should be mine.
That you should be mine. His. This is crystal clear. I know a lot of people, again, I'm going to say y'all twisting that stuff and taking it out of context.